Hey there, Spartans. All right, coming back to you fresh. I think the primary season is pretty much over, and Trump was able to get a lot of people out that he didn't like anymore. I guess congratulations. But I'm thinking and I'm hoping that maybe this is the beginning of the find out season for that kind of action. If this is anything to go by. Let's hear this.
Today is the 6-month anniversary of the Epstein Files Transparency Act. We've taken out 24 CEOs, an ambassador, a prince, a prime minister, a minister of culture, and that was just 6 months. I got 7 months left in Congress.
Now, Nicole's going to go on there and talk about some other stuff, but I mean, I'm not really a betting man, but that sounds like someone who's not done yet. Now, Thomas Massey and I, he's not my representative. He's a little bit more north to me, but not someone I agreed with on a lot of things. But now there have been some big ones here recently that I definitely agree with him about. And he's been a thorn in that administration's side for a few months now, and it's been good to see. And he's got 7 months left. That's the happiest losing person I think I've ever seen, I'll be honest with you. And, you know, with the primary season over and with several other people who have either lost their seats or have lost their support from Trump, now some of these guys are starting to get a spine. Things that everyone keeps saying, oh, in the back rooms, they don't like it. Oh, in the back rooms. And when they're talking amongst themselves or off camera, you know, they have a lot of concerns and they really don't like what's going on, but they can't say anything out in front of camera now. You know, they can't have any spines. I mean, I wish some more of them would have found their spines earlier on than when they're getting ready to go out the door. But I'll take what I can get. Speaking of which, since the primary season happened, since a day or two ago, now suddenly we have the Senate advancing the War Powers Resolution against Trump to try and curtail some of the crap he's doing in the war in Iran and raising all the prices of everything. Suddenly, Bill Cassidy, senator in Louisiana, who lost his primary bid thanks to Trump and his cronies going on the offensive against him, he's also flipped his vote, along with Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, and Rand Paul. I don't know why I'm on Rand Paul's side with things lately. He's someone who's also found his spine here in the later season. I have to give him kudos for that. But anyway, they were enough. Bill Cassidy's flip was enough to pass the resolution in the Senate. So to go for a full vote. It hadn't been able to cross that hurdle yet. But of course, you know, John Fetterman from Pennsylvania the Democrat voted for or voted against the resolution because I don't know what his deal is anymore. I think he had a stroke and I think it's just screwed him up. Anyway, so that's Bill Cassidy there, who also has about 6 months left in Congress because he got primaried the other day. 6-7 months. I think he's another one who maybe will start throwing some wrenches in the gears. Be glad to see that. I mean, you need to do something to atone for the fact you let frickin' RFK Jr. become the head of health in this country. You need to do something to atone for that. And then we go on to the whole big, beautiful $1.776 billion slush fund for Trump and all of his cronies and everybody he loves that does crimes for him. A lot of rumblings going on about that. Even Senate Majority Leader John Thune has talked about how he's not a big fan of it, which is a lot for him to say. Now, you know, and then along with, you know, Collins grilling the Attorney General acting Attorney General Todd Blanche. I like throwing the acting part in there because he doesn't like it, so I like doing it. Along with Collins and, of course, all the Democrats and several other Republicans, and including King Cassidy. Even some Republican Congress people are kind of talking about how crazy it is and how it's just pure theft out of the Treasury. I mean, the guy sues the government, talking about Trump here, he sues the government because his tax returns got leaked. And then, after he becomes president, he decides he's going to settle his suit. And so he gets his attorney general to agree, his acting attorney general, to agree to settle out of court, because the court was going to make them come in and do all kinds of hearings and explain how this wasn't just because how it wasn't just Trump suing himself and just deciding how much money he was going to get. Because when you go to court for a settlement, the two sides are supposed to be against each other. If they're not against each other, what are we arguing about? Well, we're arguing about basically $2 billion that he's just going to back his truck up to Fort Knox, open up the back, and start shoveling the gold in because, you know, he told his attorney general to just agree to it. Oh, and it also says that the IRS can never audit or investigate any financial dealings of Trump or his family ever again. I mean, come the flip on. So anyway, I am, of course, you know, it's small things, and this is an age where small things matter because they have to pile up somehow. And while I'm not, you know, pleased with Thune there or any of them at all, it would have been nice if they'd had enough spine to just impeach this guy back after January 6th and been done with it. The country would be in a heck of a lot better place. But here we are. So I'm glad to see the rumblings, even just a day or two after these people lost their primaries. That's great. I wish, as glad as I was to see Marjorie Taylor Greene kind of come to the light a little bit, it would have been nice if she'd had enough spine to stay in Congress, because she could have still been there screwing stuff up for Trump. But anyway, so glad to see it. I hope that we are entering the find out phase for Trump and Spartans. I know it's hard to stay hopeful these days. I know gas prices are high. Prices for everything are terrible. Try to hang in there and try to be strong and be sure to vote. You know, my county said they only had like 12% of the people came out to vote in the primary this year. That was it. I mean, that's abysmal, guys. The only way we're getting out of this, we got to vote these guys out. We got to get rid of them. It's one more day this year. It's one day. It's a few minutes of your time. We've got to get out and vote. So hang in there, Spartans. Good luck, and I'll be seeing you.
It doesn't look right. You can't do it that way when you're negotiating with yourself and for yourself.
What do you make of this $1.7 billion fund for
bad news? We're going to try to kill it.
You're going to try and kill it?
Yep.
Wow.
It is as if somebody sued themselves and agreed upon a settlement with themselves that's going to be funded by the rest of us. Now, if that's the case, what? Wait a second. I just came off the campaign trail. People are concerned about making their own ends meet, not about putting a slush fund together without a legal precedent.
That's a Republican calling Trump's settlement a slush fund, and another one threatening to kill it. Even the top Republican in the Senate, the one who sets the body's agenda, is sounding skeptical.